Hi guys, welcome back for another one. I am Mr. Free to Play. That is right, I'm a free to play player and I give free to play player advice, tips, tricks, and other things. The participation in this series was so great last time, I decided instead of doing this once a month, we will do this twice a month and also guess the next farmable character in the middle of the month. So with all that said, there's only one question I need to ask. Who's next? Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. It is time for me to make some extra money, so I did what I do every month. I called on my bookie and asked them what are the odds on the next announced farmable character in Marvel Strike Force. But before I reveal to you what he projected for each character and their farming location, we need to review last month's winners. Starting with Proxima Midnight. My bookie gave this character a 25% chance. Now this is the last time you guys are going to see percentages on these characters, and I'm switching everything to odds for better calculations when I have to convert and you guys know exactly what you're betting on. So out of everyone who gave me the predictions, 16 of you got Proxima Midnight correct, with only 3 of you getting the location campaign correct. And if you want to participate in all this fun, I will show you guys this at the end of the video after I reviewed all the odds on all the characters, just in case that's something you're not interested in. It's at the end. All right, keep going here. Second character was Squirrel Girl. Only one person guessed Squirrel Girl and they did not get the location correct. But since she was a 10% odd, it did pay out more than Proxima Midnight. Now the Penguin Bucks leaderboard looks like this, right? I can't have you guys gambling with real money. My lawyers told me it's just not a thing. I can be sued, go to jail, all that wonderful stuff. So yes, we play with an invisible currency with you guys as I take care of my bookie on the side. So the current leaderboard is DJ Chubrub, I'm guessing that's how you say that, at 1,700 Penguin Bucks, but tied with the next 2 people, Jess 3000 and Joshua the First. And then Joker Killer in at 4th as the person who guessed Squirrel Girl but got the location wrong at 1,000 Penguin Bucks. And then we have 13 people tied at 700 Penguin Bucks. And once again guys, I will do all this stuff at the end for those maybe not interested in this part of the video. So before we give you the odds on each character, it's good to always look back and see when these characters that are currently not farmable in the game when released. Now we have to go the whole way back to March 15th when Red Skull was released in the game. Red Skull's been the favorite of my bookie for about 2 months now, and he just keeps getting passed over by other characters, so you guys can probably figure out where he's going to fall. Taskmaster, May 5th, Cull Obsidian, May 14th, and then the whole way to July for Beast. Next up, Emma Frost, August 2nd. Now, obviously, this character has been announced again for a 3rd rotation of milestone events. I think it's safe to say that she's just not going to pop up as a farmable character. Swarm, August 19th. Baron Zemo, August 27th. Electro, September 7th. And then we're getting closer to modern day here. Scream, September 29th. She-Hulk at October 7th. Anti-Venom, October 19th. And then recently, Stature, November 4th. And that is currently all the characters released in the game that are not farmable at this point. And yes, for someone out there who wants to say that I am pushing a Scopely agenda that Symbiote Spider-Man and Domino are not farmable, they are farmable by their definition. So to make a bet on a character that is already considered farmable by their definition doesn't make any sense. Now my bookie does say not all these characters are pretty much projected, and if someone would like to make a bet on them, he will give you 20-to-1 odds, and those characters will be disappearing from my screen right now. And it leaves us with these 6 characters as possibilities to be announced here mid-month. Let's jump into the first one, Electro. He is giving 10-to-1 odds that Electro is the announced next farmable character. Unlikely spots to find him: Orb exclusive 20-to-1, Arena Store 15-to-1, Campaign 10-to-1. And obviously numbers always keep changing around as characters get announced and locations get announced, because obviously like Arena just got announced for Corvus Clave last mid-month. So obviously the odds on Arena for any character are going to be higher and can pay you more if you guess that and get it correct. More likely spots: War Store 8-to-1, Raid Store 5-to-1, and Blitz Store as the most likely location if Electro is announced next as 3-to-1 odds. So for anyone who's not familiar with betting and odds, the higher the 20, like the 20 to 1, that means very rare. So if you need to think of it this way, if you take $1 and put it on Orb exclusive and get it correct, it turns into $20. Kind of how that works. Moving on. Cull Obsidian, 10 to 1 odds on Cull. He does not feel that Cull is going to be announced farmable in mid-month, but in the event that he is, here is the odds. 15 to 1 on campaign, 10 to 1 on Blitz store. He's got some really different odds compared to everybody else. 20 to 1 in the arena store, and you guys can almost imagine there's very unlikely they're going to put Corvus Clave and Cull in the same location, so very high odds on the arena. Orb exclusive, he still has decent odds being Orb exclusive. And even though my bookie is getting a little bit more down than the fact that he may be Orb exclusive, he's starting to lean towards another character. Raid store 6 to 1, and War store, the most likely location if he is announced next, 3 to 1. Swarm, 8 to 1 odds. Unlikely places, Orb exclusive, arena, and campaign. You guys can see the odds on the screen. 8 to 1 if he's a War store, 5 to 1 if he's raid announced, and then 3 to 1 on Blitz, as Blitz being the most likely location if he's announced next. Beast. Beast has 5 to 1 odds. Yes, we're getting there where the payout's not as good, but the chance of this character showing up is getting higher. Orb exclusive 20 to 1, arena store 15 to 1, war store 10 to 1, campaign 10 to 1. So it pretty much only leaves his most likely locations you're going to find Beast if he's announced next is 4 to 1 on raid and 2 to 1 in the Blitz store. According to my bookie, Beast is the heavy favorite out of all these characters to go to the Blitz store. Next up, Taskmaster, 3 to 1 odds. Unlikely places, Orb exclusive, arena, and campaigns. 7 to 1 he goes to the Blitz store, 5 to 1 he goes to arena, and 3 to 1 he ends up in the War store. And last but not least, Red Skull with 2 to 1 odds. Campaign is 10 to 1. Orb exclusive 20 to 1, arena store 15 to 1. Those seem to be pretty common unlikely locations for the next announced character. Now let's get into more likely. 7 to 1 on the Blitz store, 5 to 1 in the War store, and if Red Skull is announced next, the heavy favorite is the Raid store, 4 to 1. And there you guys go. There are all the characters that you can place a bet on. Now, if you want to place a bet with a free currency called Penguin Bucks, here's how you can do it. First thing you guys want to do is join my Discord. The link to that is in the description down below. And then underneath channels, you want to find the section for videos, who's next, place your bets thread. And then what you want to do is place the name of the character and the location. You guys can see here where it says Red Skull, campaign, Proxima, Blitz store. That's all you gotta do. The character, the location. Now, if you make multiple bets, even if you get one of those correct, it will be thrown out. You're only allowed 1 per cycle. And then when it's all said and done, before I release my next video, I'll post the current leaderboard and give you guys a teaser of when the next video is coming out, as I just teased today that this video is coming up soon. Alright guys, so once again, all the characters' odds were presented in the presentation. The characters that were disappeared, Emma, Baron Zemo, Scream, She-Hulk, Anti-Venom, and Stature are all 20 to 1 odds if you want to place a bet on them. And remember, location must be either campaign, Blitz store, raid store, arena store, war store, or Orb exclusive. Now, I have had people guess things like Ultimate store and stuff like that. If you want to make a guess like Ultimate store, by all means, I will allow it and give 20 to 1 odds on any farmable method that is currently not shown here. Betting, in case you guys don't know how it works, every bet place is 100 Penguin Bucks. So in the event that you would guess Red Skull and get it correct, that 100 would become 200 points on the leaderboard. Then let's say Raid Store is, you guess Raid Store and get it correct. Now, a 1 to 4 gives you an extra $400, but I double it if you get the location correct. So you wouldn't get 400, you would get 800. So in the event that you got Red Skull and the Raid Store correct, that would be 1,000 Penguin Bucks onto the leaderboard. Yes, and you can see how picking the odds for the favorite don't really equate that much, but anyone who's ever placed a real bet on anything, no, that's the way it works. The favorite always gives the worst payout. And if you guys have any other future questions that you may not understand about this series and how it works, you can find me on my Discord, just tag me and ask me the question and I will answer. And if you guys enjoyed the presentation of trying to figure out who's the next announced farmable character, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here and have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you do not want to miss who's next for the beginning of December, don't forget that notification bell. And with all that said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye. guys can see on the screen right now, I am on day 500. You guys can see my total collection power after 500 days. I'm at 3.2 million. I've collected 127 tunes. I have 29 at max star rank. And you can see right here, login for 720 day achievement is at day 700. 5.6 million total collection power. My strongest team. Total characters collected, pretty much all of them except for Doc Ock and the newest ones. Characters collected at max rank, I have over half my roster at max star rank.